In various places around the nation, there is a reckoning and a recognition of the importance of acknowledging and celebrating the freeing of slaves. And many have latched on to Juneteenth as a holiday started and celebrated largely in Texas after a group of slaves discovered they'd been freed many years prior. And while many historians are glad to have the emancipation of slaves finally recognized as a national event, Paula Tutman joins us along the riverfront with an important footnote to Juneteenth. Paula.
Yeah, hey, Kimberly. Well, the International Underground Railroad Memorial is a great place to start our coverage of Juneteenth. And you know what, that phrase you use, latched on, that's a great way to phrase this, because what historians don't want is for the events surrounding Juneteenth to be whitewashed or revised. They want people to understand the importance of the events and their part, an important part, but the part of a more important story. So when you take a look at this statue and where this man is pointing to, is to our neighbors to the south, Canada, where they're already a few steps ahead of us on this. Relatively few people outside of Texas knew what Juneteenth was until an episode of a show called Blackish aired in 2017.
I mean, if we want to honor the end of slavery, then we should celebrate Juneteenth.
Kimberly Simmons, an author and well-recognized historian from Detroit, is concerned about the nation's grasp and acceptance of that particular event, currently making the history book rounds as June 19, 1865, also known as Juneteenth, Jubilee Day, Freedom Day, and Emancipation Day, because it was anything but Emancipation Day.
Our history in this country as African Americans is significant to the story of this country from its inception and before till now. It's extremely significant. And every time we relinquish a piece of our history or we build a layer on top of it that doesn't quite tell the truth, we are losing our story.
Elise Harding Davis is a Canadian heritage consultant and former curator of the Amherstburg Freedom Museum in Ontario. Both historians on both sides of the border agree the importance of Juneteenth wasn't that enslaved human beings were suddenly free, but that they discovered they were free and had been for some time. So another way to look at Juneteenth is to recognize that white slave owners had illegally duped human beings into the continued horrendous condition of slavery, an additional 2.5 years after Lincoln freed the slaves.
Juneteenth absolutely can be a joyous celebration for Black people, but it is not on the same par as the abolition of slavery.
And so where the river divides us, so does the cultural recognition of enslaving, slavery, and the emancipation of slaves, and its longitude and latitude on the human soul.
Remember, there were nearly 5 million people enslaved. 30,000 people used our 32 miles of river to find freedom on the other side of it. 30,000, that's a third of the escapes that happened using the network known as the Underground Railroad.
Part of our history is what we share with our neighbors to the north and south in Canada, who understand the importance of recognizing the emancipation of slaves globally, as Canada has its own historical reckoning of its indigenous and African slaves as part of the United Kingdom, which had slaves on every continent it conquered. Yet this year, Emancipation Day, August 1st, becomes a national holiday in Canada. A day which recognizes, acknowledges, and seeks to educate the global importance of ending legalized slavery.
All freedom is precious, and all freedom should be enjoyed and celebrated, but we should tell the truth, because there was more than one freedom, and one is no more important than the other.
This is the time, at this moment in 2021, to educate on our story, the story that resonates in this country loudly.
Yeah, really loudly on both sides of the border, this strait called the Detroit River. All week long, Local 4 is dialing in and telling these important stories of Juneteenth as a part of the bigger, important story, guys.
Yeah, and so much work needs to be done. It's just starting now, Paula. We appreciate it very much. And
starting.
Indeed. And as you mentioned, our Juneteenth coverage continues tomorrow at 5. We take you inside the doorway to Freedom Exhibit, with Detroit's history in stopping slavery and its own dark past with it.